Hi, this is Marion Ryan of onlinebusinessgym.com, and in this short tutorial I'm going to show you how to add an image to your WordPress website or blog, and also how to set the image as a featured image. And what I mean by that is that if you see the site I'm on, Rose C Guesthouse, I'm here on the blog, and the blog consists of just a couple of blog posts there at the moment. And the way this site is set up, what we're seeing is an excerpt of the blog posts, and we can go in and we can click on the read more link or just click the title, and that actually takes us into that one specific blog post in its entirety. So I just want to explain that here on the actual blog page we're just seeing an excerpt of the post. So I want to show you how to add an image so that not only does it appear on the full blog post, but also as a little thumbnail image on your main blog page. So let's go into the dashboard, and what you'll see is that I've come into posts over here in the dashboard, and what I did was I clicked on all posts, and that gives us a full list of the blog posts we've got on the site, and this is the one that I want to add the image to. So there's the colour and light workshop, and I'm just going to click here on edit to go into that post and make my edits. So obviously the first thing is that I've just got a piece of holding text in here at the moment, so we would quite easily just go in and get rid of that text and add an image. Let's leave that there for the moment. So to add your image, quite simply, you want to put your cursor at the very beginning of the paragraph where you want your image to appear. So I'm going to put it right up here at the beginning. So I'm just clicking in front of the first word of the first paragraph, just clicking once. My cursor is now flashing there, and then I'm going to come up to this icon that says Add Media. And when I click here, this is going to give me a couple of options. I can either look at my media library, which is a list of all the images that we've already got on the site, or equally I can go and I can upload an image that I've got sitting somewhere on my computer. So I've clicked to upload the file, and then down here in the middle of the screen it says select files. So let's click on that and go and find the image in question. Now, if you have got images on your computer that you've taken with a camera, you'll often find that those images are enormous. So photographs are measured in pixels, images are measured in pixels, I should say, and on a camera, often the size of your photo might be 1,000, 2,000, even 3,000 pixels wide. Now, by contrast, on your WordPress site, your content area is usually only around 500 or 600 pixels wide, so you don't want to add a huge image. Now, WordPress does have the ability to resize images, but it is more efficient to resize your image before you go into WordPress rather than after, because it takes up less space. So what I'm going to do is come and find the image that I want to add to this blog post, and let's have a look. Okay, so here is the image. Now, I've already resized this. This was my original image, which was 1,600 pixels wide. So I've resized it to 240 pixels wide, which I know is going to sit very easily in the blog post. And I'm just going to click here to open. So that's now showing me that the image is uploading. So there we have it. And over here on the right-hand side of the screen, you'll see that we can add a caption if we want to. So I'm going to just put this in just to show you how it's done. Ilse at her easel. And we can go back in and we can delete that later. So that's our caption. And now down here, you can see that we can choose to align the image either to the left or right or centre of the text. So you just have to click on the arrow and you can decide where you want your image to sit on the page. So I'm going to align it to the right of my text. I've also got the option here to change the size, but I've already put in the correct size, so I don't need to touch that. And I'm just going to click here on Insert into Post. And you'll see now that the image is sitting over here on the right. So even though originally I clicked my cursor at the beginning of the paragraph, now the image itself is sitting to the right. And I can just click here to update. And while that's updating, let's go and see what's happened on the front end. So we're back here on the blog, and this is just the blog page where we see just the excerpts of blog posts. So I'm just going to refresh that screen, and in fact what you'll see is there's no sign of that image, but if I click in to the blog post itself, if I click on the title, you will see that the image is there. So let's just see that. Okay, so there is the image appearing to the right of the blog post. But if I just go onto the main blog page where we see our excerpts, then we don't see that image, and that is a shame, because it would add a bit of visual interest to the page. And so let me come back in to the dashboard, and what I'm going to do is just scroll down, and you'll see that right here at the bottom there's a section called Featured Image, and there's a link that allows me to set the featured image. So I'm going to click on that, and that will now allow me to just select the image that I want to appear as my little sort of thumbnail. Well, I'm obviously just going to use that same image, so I'm just going to click on it. And I've just clicked over there, and you'll see now it appears over here on the right hand side, and now we've got a link that says Set Featured Image. So I'm going to click that. And now once I've clicked that, if I come over to the blog, you will see that that little thumbnail now shows up in the excerpt. So that's adding a bit of visual interest to the blog post. And then if I just click into the title, or just click here on Read More, what you'll see is that the larger image is there on the right hand side. And that's all from me, Marion Ryan of onlinebusinessgym.com. I hope you found that helpful.